All right, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Now it's time for our beautiful English lesson. All right, and today our topic is at the museum. So we're going to use vocabulary and phrases, right? When we're trying to visit the museums, so we have to know how to say this in English, right? So first of all, of course, how we can get to museum. So here is the question, like, how are you getting to the museum? I can go by bus, I can go by car, I can go by bicycle, I can go by motorcycle. All right, great. So the next one is entrance. So when you arrive already to the museum, right, you have to enter the museum. So what is the door like of the big building? It's entrance, right? So you have to enter the museum. Great. And after the entrance, you come to vestibule. So vestibule is it's a small room just by the exterior door, and it's helps to protect against cold weather, right? So that the small room it calls vestibule, right? So and as soon as you come, to inside of the museum, right, you can see information board, right? So the information board, you can see some useful information. Like one, it's a pricing. So that the price, how much is that gonna cost to enter the museum, right? Then two, it's promotions, right? So what kind of promotions you can get there. Four, you can get some brochures and pamphlets, right? So what is the difference between brochure and pamphlets? Brochure and pamphlets, it's a kind of different, brochure is it's a printed work, right? Where you can find some advertisement, right? So it has some inside commercial things. And pamphlets, it can be some useful information inside, what is kind of exhibition and everything in the map, inside, right? And then also you have to understand what's mean admission. Admission is the process to enter the place, right? So admission of the kids is for free, right? So it's it's admission things, right? And then the next one is inside of the museum, what you can find in a vestibule. So in a vestibule you can find hand sanitizer. Nowadays, it's a very popular that you should have a hand sanitizer, right? So this is kind of important. Then next one is recycle bin where you can drop your trash, right? So don't forget one thing, that it's a trash normally separated with a paper, glass, plastic, whatever, right? So this is recycle bin. And then on the walls you can see a big posters, so that the posters can show you some information about exhibition, right? So poster. All right, that's great. So and after that we have to enter the foyer. So foyer, it's a place where you can find something about a ticket booth, right? So it's or information booth. Also, if you will go further to the museum, right, you have to find the washroom, right? Or if you cannot find this, you can just say, okay, excuse me, where can I find a washroom, right? So to do your personal things. All right, then definitely you should if museum has few different stores, so you have to take elevator, right? Or you can take escalator. Escalator is the moving stairs, this. Yeah, getting up. All right, that's great. So now let's check out who works at the museum, right? So the staff of the museum. So number one, it's archivist. Archivist is the responsible for the collection of the museum, right? So he has all information about museum items. Then next one, conservator. So the conservator works to preserve the historical items, right? It's also kind of important person there, right? Next one, curator. Curator is the oversees specific collection or time period. They check for the authority of the item, right? So this is like what is curator doing. Then director. Director is the manager of the museum who manage all the things, like most important things, what has to come, what has to out, and everything, right? Then historian. The historian, it completes the historical research and uses this information to help organize the collections, right? So let's put it this way, like if this item is going to be like a historical item, right? So like it should be like in the one place, like placed in the museum. So like it's kind of just historian, right? Then next person who is also like very important is educator or tour guide. So the educator and tour guide is the informs the visitors about the collection during the tours or specific events, right? So they can just like guide through the process to visit a museum. Next one is security officer, which is also kind of important because security officer helps to enter the visitors the following the museum rules, like no touching or photography. Yeah, is that important? Yes, it is. Okay, exhibits and collection. Exhibits and collections, what can we see? Like exhibits, it's the public display at an art gallery or at a museum, right? So it can be different kind of kettles, pots, cups, like, yeah, whatever. All right. Then what is the difference between exhibit and exhibition? The difference between two is matter of size. A small display is an exhibit, and a large collection of items is an exhibition. So, exhibit, exhibition. Yeah, just like this. So next one is gallery. What is the gallery? Gallery, it's a space or room displaying the work art, right? So this is the gallery. Next one. So artifact. Artifact, it's an object made